Hello, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's Ricky T. Anthony with Training with Pride, PRYD, on YouTube. Also with Muscle Central Television on YouTube, giving you the best of bodybuilding information and entertainment, however you like it. So let's get down to it. It's about the Arnold Australia and the results. So let's start off with my man, Rolley Winklar. I've been watching him for a few years, ever since he got his gut down. I think it was in 2015, and he decided to work on his gut, get his gut down. I thought his conditioning was good. It could have been better. It was pretty damn good. And when he hit his front bicep, lat spread, and hand overhead abdominal and thigh, his abs look sublime. He deserved the win, and of course, he dwarfed everyone on the stage, pound for pound. Congratulations to Rolley Winklar. But what I noticed with Rolley Winklar is when he went on his tier, his pro tier, and I'll talk about that in another video. Oops, a little sweat. Just got back from the gym, doing legs. Yeah. And I noticed the same thing with number 2 placer, William Bonac. He was a little watery in the midsection. I've noticed for a few shows that when he does his side abdominal poses, his obliques and serratus aren't really defined anymore, because I guess he's getting too blocky. He's suffering from Kai Green syndrome. I mean, he has a short torso, so, I mean, you got to give and take, right? But he was a little watery in the middle, but well-deserved placing second place, which gets us to our man Dexter Jackson in third place. Dexter, always on point. His gut was distended for the Arnold in Columbus. He got it down a little bit. And to me, and I ask you guys to do the same thing, go back to all of his photos and the Olympias. I think about 13, 14, his stomach started pushing out just a little more to me every year. When you see him standing on the side with his hands on his hips, like 2010, 2011, it was pretty flat. But I will give him credit. Him and Sean Ray has the most asymmetrical abdominals I've ever seen in bodybuilding. Straight down the middle, straight across east to west. Like somebody stenciled it with, you know, with a knife or a sharp blade and a magic marker. His conditioning was great, but again, it depends on how everybody else's conditioning is, where he places. Number 4 was Mr. Lucas Asladil. Asladil. Let me get it right. He was a dark horse. He shocked me, because I didn't think his body parts flowed well. He didn't have great structure. He brought conditioning knowing he could pose his ass off. So hats off to him. He snuck it in there and punched him in the gut and got a 4th place finish. Congratulations. 5th place, Hide. Hide, I think everyone said at the last Arnold that he looks much better as a open competitor. I agree. I think his conditioning was solid. His structure and his flow looked good. Hats off to his coach, Milos, for bringing the goods. Hats off. Why I paused was my number 6 place, or the number 6 place, Luke Sando. When I first saw him, I said his physiques look neat. What do I mean by neat? I looked at it and it was like, wow, it's neat. It's well tucked. It's well put together. Like, you know, if you fold something and you do something, somebody's writing is neat. You know what I mean, neat. His physique flowed well. Top to bottom, left to right, side to side. I can't say any body parts were too big or too small for the other at first glance when he stood there in the relaxed pose or even did the compulsory posing. I think his physique was neat. It flowed well. His conditioning could have been a little better, but I'm going to tell you what, he's a guy to watch for in the future. Now let's get to Dennis Wolf. Big Bad Wolf, he looked good enough to wreak havoc in the classic physique, meaning he needs to put more muscle on. He needs to get his muscle back. Dennis, if you're listening, anybody knows Dennis, sends this to him. I think you should shut it down, do your, 8-week, 12-week detox, clean your body up, and get right back on it and compete in the New York Pro next year. That'll give you enough time to put the muscle on, get your rhythm back, get your conditioning back, and compete in the New York Pro. Not even in the Olympia. Don't do the Olympia. You'll still be too small. Don't do the Arnold. You might still be too small. And just get in there and crush everybody at the New York Pro. I think you could win it. You got the goods to win it. You've been a top 3, top 5 competitor in the Olympia and Arnold for about 4, 5, 6 years. I think you can get in there and really do some damage and win a first spot and a qualification for the Olympia. And then you come back to the wolf, the big bad wolf that we once knew. Lastly, Kevin Levrone. When I saw Kevin, I shook my head. But I knew what it was for him. You know, he promised the fans. He's a man that stays committed. He honors his commitments, and he did it. Congratulations, Kevin Levrone. Legs couldn't come back. Everybody saw it. Waist was bulky. There's even rumors that he said that he wasn't going to go all out like he did back when he was young, but he'll do what he could do to get into shape. There you have it. Kevin Levrone, you're a true champion. You're an idol, an icon in the sport. Now, I hope you go off into the sunset and make all the money you can, because you know we all love you, we all support you. I came up watching you, Flex, Sean, even before you guys, Lee Haney. I was a little kid, starry-eyed watching all those guys and you guys. So that's my wrap-up. I'm going to do a couple more later on about the pro tier, like I like to call it, a pro tier. I'll explain it later on, and a couple other things that I see with the sport. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm looking forward to the New York Pro, and I hope to be doing some coverage with my friend Mike Diamond on the New York Pro. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Keep pumping that iron. Keep loving the sport. Bless. I'm out.